I bet you never in a million years did you expect to see Black Ops again on my channel. But what's going on, guys, in the works? And yes, I'm playing Black Ops, and this is actually a game from the stream. I actually pulled this straight from YouTube, so the quality might be a little bit dicey. It may not be up to par as it usually is, but nonetheless, it is a really, really good game. And this is the first game of Black Ops I played in a really long time, honestly. And I look a little rusty, but I do get my bearings in the second half of this game. So some pretty good gameplay, actually. I would have been proud of this back in Black Ops' heyday. But if you don't know, Treyarch was nice enough to flip the double XP switch on the servers the other day. And they gave us firing range 24/7. And, I was like, yeah, probably, a handful of people will play this. It should be pretty popular. But then I actually got on and saw how many people were in the playlist, and I was just absolutely overwhelmed with, surprise. I mean, there were 35,000 people in the playlist, and I think there was 300,000 people online. That's a lot of people for a game that's over a year old, and considering that Call of Duty games really drop off once the new one comes out. So, to put this in perspective, after Modern Warfare 2 came out, we had World at War being, the old puppy, the old one. There was World at War, during Modern Warfare 2 heyday, I guess you could say, World at War averaged maybe 20 to 30,000 people online. Now it's somewhere up in the tens because it's just hacked to all get out. So you'd be lucky to see 10,000 people online. So for for Black Ops to have that many people online during its livelihood, that's just crazy. I mean, a lot of people actually enjoyed this game, and I think a lot of people are starting to realize just how much they enjoyed Black Ops, even though a lot of people hated on it. Well, that got me to digging, and I've been, I tend to go around game forums, I tend to go around news sources and read stuff here and there. Well, I was reading this interesting article about game sales. And then before I start talking about how Modern Warfare 3 got outsold by Black Ops in January in the previous quarter, I want to put a disclaimer out there. Game sales across the board were down 35% this year, and that means any kind of game software, any kind of, games in general, just game software, were down 35%. So that's a lot. And that's probably the reason why some of these results seem a little bit more crazy than they actually are. Well, that being said, Modern Warfare 3 sold around 20 million copies on its release date. Well, usually to judge a game, as you see here, TweetDeck so rudely interrupt me, usually to judge a game you have to go and look at the lifetime sales number, the long tail, the results they get after the game has been out for a while, because that's really what pushes the game. That's what pushed Battlefield forward, because Battlefield had a lot of life after its actual release. So it was a pretty strong title in terms of long tail sales. Now, Modern Warfare 3 sold 360,000 copies in January. And January is usually a pretty slow month for software. Anytime after Christmas, it's a slow month. But there are people, younger kids that get money for Christmas, and they often go out and buy games. And that's why you tend to see a lot of game sales in these months. So to put this in I guess you could say a light of what Black Ops did, Black Ops sold 790,000 copies in January. So you're looking at almost a 50% decrease this year and last year over Call of Duty sales, which is a pretty strange number. I mean, Call of Duty obviously is not sitting well with the YouTube community, but the YouTube community makes up such a small portion of the community in general that I don't really think that you can really judge a game's I guess you could say climate based on that. So I went a little bit deeper. I checked out the sales, and there is a substantial decline in sales per week over the course of Modern Warfare 3's I guess you could say initial release. What you see is a lot of people had high hopes for Modern Warfare 3. A lot of people were buying Modern Warfare 3 off the momentum of Black Ops. So you saw a really strong release and then a really quick taper off into nothing, which usually when you see things like that, you tend to know that the game was not well received with the normal folks. And, you could say, well, there's, that many people bought the game. Well, yeah, that many people bought the game because of the hype, because of the marketing. A lot of people had high hopes for it, but Usually a game's long-term sales is based on hearsay, is based on what they've heard about the game, based on game reviews, and a lot of people have been pretty lukewarm on Modern Warfare 3, and thus I think that these sales were affected pretty heavily from that. And I was actually really interested to see this because I like economics. I mean, that was one of the things I focused on when I got my degree, and it's interesting to see how Activision approaches this in the future, because it's obvious that sales and interest in Call of Duty are starting to taper because a lot of people have lost faith in Activision and Infinity Ward in general. I think Infinity Ward has done a horrible job personally. But I mean, I'm not here to bash on things. I'm just here to talk about the numbers. I mean, that's what we do. Talk about the numbers. And I left this chopper gunner in because this is a pretty good chopper gunner. And I like hearing that duh, 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 duh. It's such a rewarding feeling. I miss the chopper gunner. I didn't, I'm never really a big fan of kill streaks like this, but something about the chopper gunner was just so rewarding. Opening up that door and sliding out your gun. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And Demolition, you get a lot of kills in Demolition. And I don't really like Demolition, but that was just part of the playlist, so that's why I'm flying around in this, killing people, killing them. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Black Ops was better than Modern Warfare 3? A lot of analysts think that Modern Warfare 3 is actually going to undersell lifetime copies, that is, Black Ops. They think that there's no way that Modern Warfare 3 will catch up to Black Ops. I think right now it's like maybe 10 million behind in lifetime sales. So it's got a ways to go if they think that they can work their way up to the what Modern Warfare or what the Black Ops did lifetime. So as it stands right now, it looks like Black Ops is actually going to come out on top. Because I don't really foresee a huge increase in sales, in February and March. So I really think that Black Ops is going to take this, which is kind of surprising to me because I thought that Modern Warfare 3 would end up being the victor in lifetime sales. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this blast from the past, some Black Ops ponage. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Black Ops is the better game, as this person dashboarded? And I will see you guys later. Peace.